in some ways, she really didn't know what was coming for her. Hey guys, today I'm going to be reacting to a letter to myself video that I filmed about a year and a half ago. It was around the time when I had just finished submitting my med school apps and I was waiting to hear back, and it was also the end of the summer that was to start my senior year and last year in college. So it's going to definitely be interesting to see how my thoughts have changed, what are some of my predictions, were they right, and to see where my pre-med mind was at the time of apps.
What's up, guys?
Okay, so first off, my voice is so much higher pitched. And also, at the time of filming this, I had just gotten my wisdom teeth out, so my face is so swollen.
Hey guys, my name's Rachel and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little video essay to myself, as this will be the last year that I'll be a pre-med in undergrad, and next year I'll be going this is my senior year as a pre-med in undergrad, and next year I'll be matriculating into med school. So I wanted to do a little video essay letter to myself at the beginning of the year and revisit this in order to revisit this at the end of the year. To have something to revisit at the end of the year.
Also, I wanted to do this like at the summer before I started med school, around the same time, so it's around a year, but of course med school stuff happened, so I didn't get to it, and I also forgot I made it, so here it is. And also my eyeliner, like, it is so, why did I go out with this? Anyways.
So let's get into it. So yeah. Hey Rachel, what's up?
So crazy.
Hey Rachel, what's up? Whoever thought that we would be here, standing in front of a camera and having a YouTube channel. This past year has honestly been the biggest year of growth that I've ever experienced, and I've been so thankful to all the.
Okay, I want to make an edit. It might be this year because a lot of stuff happened. This year was probably like one of my best and worst years combined into one, but that's a story for another time. Continuing.
People who have been with me throughout this journey, all the people, especially my family, as well as people I've met along the way, and all of my dear and close friends and supporters and mentors. I definitely think, yeah. I can't wait for the year ahead, but I'm also a little anxious, nervous, and excited because there's a lot of emotions that I've been going through. This last year definitely comes with a lot of emotions. I feel like time is definitely going by so quickly, and I'm also trying to really live in the moment and enjoy the journey just as much as the destination. It's crazy how, honestly, I feel like it's crazy how time flies, because I feel like just yesterday I was a freshman coming into college, and now I'm a senior, so it's definitely crazy. Just last year around this time I was taking the MCAT, and now I'm really enjoying.
Okay, yeah, that's also crazy that around that time I had been taking the MCAT, because that test was crazy. I basically locked myself in a room for 3 or 4 months, but we got through it.
I've just finished applying to medical school, so yeah, I don't know, there's a lot of things to look forward to. So things I'm looking forward to this year, definitely number one, the more lax schedule, I suppose, but also the opportunities available. I'm president of my club now, and I'm excited.
So yeah, senior year was super nice because I planned it out so I could have a more laid back schedule, because I did go directly from undergrad into med school and didn't take a gap year. So I was like, okay, I definitely need a little bit of a breather. So that was super nice. And if you guys can do the same, I highly recommend it, because you do not want to start med school burnt out.
Because my brother's VP, it's going to be such an awesome year. We have such an incredible officer board, and all of the officers are incredibly, and all of our officers are so kind, hardworking, and dedicated. I'm really excited for what our club can accomplish this year. I've already done a lot in the summer in terms of socials, reaching out to other officers and meeting new people. So I'm excited to see where this club will go, and where I'm excited to see where the club will take us this year.
And for the club, it's been honestly the whole experience of being president of this club and having a leadership position really pushed me outside of my comfort zone. So if you guys have similar opportunities, I highly recommend it. And yeah, it definitely was a year that we were able to accomplish a lot of things. We did a regional conference for this first time at this club, and it really helped me to be more outspoken.
And I'm hoping to expand on campus. In terms of relationships, in terms of course material, I'm excited because I'll be taking some
the way I started with relationships and I was like, course material, but yeah, more on that later.
Physiology, some restricted electives. I'm hoping to review some information that may potentially help with medical school. So for example, just reviewing my anatomy and physiology, trying to strengthen those areas. I do want to do more shadowing, more volunteering in different areas. I want to join more volunteering groups and organizations, potentially volunteering at a clinic. I definitely also want to continue my passions. I want to see.
So on a note on shadowing, I think it's super like understated as well as very beneficial if you do have time between undergrad and med school. Please do like reach out to physicians of different specialties and shadow, because in med school you're just so busy all the time that you don't have as much time to shadow, and eventually you're going to have to find out a certain specialty that kind of resonates with you. Of course, people do find out like in third year during rotations, but I think just for myself and my own sanity of mind, especially if you're planning on going into competitive specialty like derm or ortho, you want to know ahead so you can plan accordingly. Now of course this doesn't mean like to put yourself in a box, but the time before med school is super, like if you have free time before med school, it's super useful if you can schedule in that shadowing and just kind of shadow around in different specialties and get a feel for the different specialties and what you may like, so that when you enter med school you can sort of tailor your activities and research towards something that you're potentially interested in specializing in.
Where YouTube takes me. It's been a long journey and sometimes it can be discouraging, but I hope that I'll have the passion to continue with it this year and see where that takes me. I hope my writing as well. I really love poetry. Lately I've been in sort of a writer's.
So on the note of passions, please try to continue your passions throughout your pre-med or your med school, because definitely for me, I had this med school semester was super busy and I kind of neglected parts of that. And I think that like keeping up with your hobbies, hanging out with your friends and family, it definitely grounds you, and to lose sight of your hobbies, you definitely can feel very burnt out from that. So always make sure that you're keeping in touch with your outlets of expression and relaxation, because you might not think about it, but it'll catch up to you. And yeah.
Slump, but I hope that I can continue to write because I really do love it, and in medical school I hope to continue this. I'm looking forward to potentially hearing back from interview invites. I don't know. I haven't heard from any back yet, and I know some people have already heard from it, but it's still relatively early in the season, I guess,
So I did eventually get multiple interview invites from really good programs, so I'm so thankful for that opportunity, but I can definitely attest to the waiting game being so stressful. Just not being able to have like control over when you get those results is very stressful. And like the fate of the next 4 years, what you're going to be doing, where you're going to be, it's definitely a very anxious time, so be kind to yourself.
I can't really jump to conclusions so soon. And yeah, I wanted to continue to stay healthy, love exercising, I love doing K-pop dance choreo, I love K-pop. I don't know,
I stopped listening to K-pop as much this year because, I don't know, something just was off this year, but I really encourage, like, I like listening to different music, but there's something about like listening to music that you kind of grew up with that also resonates, so try to stay in touch with all of your hobbies.
I'm excited to see what's going to change about myself in the year to come, because in the past year prior I've definitely changed a lot, and some for the better, some for the worse, but it's definitely been a journey, and it's been probably the most I've ever changed, as well as I just feel like I'm on the cusp, about to leave, but also about to start a new beginning, so it's exciting but also nerve-wracking.
So the transition, or like the year before med school, was definitely a transition period, because you're kind of finishing up undergrad, but at the same time preparing to go to med school and for what lies ahead. So it can definitely be a time where you're very reflective. I know I was always also thinking about like all the things about living away from family and just the transition, because I definitely do hear that med school was rigorous, or is rigorous, and I can definitely attest to that. So yeah, in your years before med school, try to enjoy. If you can take a gap year, take a gap year. If you don't, then make sure to try to plan your schedule to be to have some, flex time, and also courses that would be helpful in med school that you could take the last semester are like endocrinology, repro, Anatomy is a little bit heavier, but it's so useful, guys. Like, I'm so happy I took anatomy and physio in undergrad as well.
The future can be exciting, but also anxious. I just don't know, but that's part of the fun, you know, exploring and looking into the future, and also trying to do the best, to be the best person I can, and to provide value and to help others and impact their lives as well, and just to make those connections and grow with others as much as I'm able to grow myself. So yeah, looking forward to that. In terms of relationships, I'm just gonna go with the flow on that one, because who knows? I'm honestly, like, at this point, I'm embracing the single life. I love it. So much flexibility, spending time with my family, my loved ones. I love
So a note on the relationships. My senior year, I didn't get into any relationships at all. Med school was a very interesting situation, so though I'll probably make a video on that sometime later. But yeah, I think being able to just literally go with the flow. I know sometimes it can be stressful because you see your friends settling down or your friends in relationships, but the best things in life definitely are not forced. So go with the flow, put in your work, be the best version of yourself that you can be, and eventually things will fall into place. And as I say this, I'm telling that also to myself, because it's been a very interesting year, to say the least.
My family so much. And I treasure all the time I get to spend with them. So I'm definitely going to spend as much time as possible before med school comes, and as well as my friends. I love my friends, and we're going to do a lot of fun things this year.
Yes.
A lot of socials, a lot of events. We're going to live it up.
Yes, we did live it up.
In terms of style, I've definitely been changing my style up a lot. Starting in the summer. This summer I had like some kind of style growth spurt, and
okay, I wouldn't call it that, but I did a lot more. Like, I think for me, style is a hobby, so constantly changing that. And for you in your own life too, like finding your hobby, finding your passions, something that can also provide some type of nuance and novelty in your life is also really important and keeps you going as you go through. So as you can see, I also dyed my hair. So yeah, that was something that happened within the past year.
Experimenting with new styles, doing some trendy, fun little style, something different that I usually don't do, but also at the same time trying to find my own style and embracing things that I like to wear, and just finding ways to express myself throughout my.
Also that too, I think fashion to me is also a way to express myself, and so that's why I changed a lot fashion wise, and I think that also parallels just growing up or seeing new environments. But even in med school too, I'm super lucky that the med school we go to, we only really have to wear like business casual when we do patient encounters or any professional related events. So when we go to class, we can wear whatever we want, and I'm so happy for that because I love to dress up and just like wear things in different ways.
As well as finding ways to study better and be more prepared, more organized. I started reading recently, but I hope that I can continue that up because it's when the semester.
Foreshadowing, I was not able to continue that, but that's okay. But I'm gonna try to get definitely more reading and just more into the hobbies I enjoy and finding time for them, because if you really truly want to make time for something, it'll happen and you'll make time for it.
It's so busy, but I hope I seem to have more like time this semester, especially senior year, so I'm excited, but I don't know. Yeah, looking back, I'm excited to look back and see what this year is, but I also hope that it can last as long as it can, because I really enjoy college, but you know, there are brighter things to come. But yeah, the last year's all.
So yeah, I definitely think that looking back, I did maximize as much of the time with family and just time to honestly enjoy my last year of undergrad before diving into the rigors of med school. I feel like I was able to do so, and but of course, looking back, I still I want to go back sometimes when things are like really rough. But if you guys are at that point in your gap years or any years, even in like freshman year of undergrad, like I feel like life is too short, so definitely enjoy the times that you have now, because especially in med school, as the years go on, you're gonna have less and less time. So live it up now, put in your due work, and yeah, try to enjoy the journey, because I feel like a lot of the times we're always looking to what we're gonna accomplish next. Like, oh, I'm gonna be happy when I graduate med school, I'm gonna be happy when I get residency, I'm gonna be happy when I become an attending, and you're gonna spend your life happy only for the moments when you get to those spaces. or those particular points in your life, and when you get there, are you really going to be happy, or are you just going to be looking for the next thing that comes up next?
As fastest as they say. So yeah, I hope you're doing well from a year. So to future me, I hope you're doing well a year from now. I can't wait to see what you're going to accomplish, and I can't wait to see what things are yet to come, and I'll see you then. Bye.
It was definitely very interesting and also bittersweet to review myself from a year ago. Me from a year ago was definitely way more idealistic, and in some ways she really didn't know what was coming for her, but that's part of life. There are so many things that happen within the year, but good and bad. I definitely can say that I learned a lot from everything that happened within this past year, and I can't wait to see what's in store for this year.